So you know what? I'm just going to be honest here and say that I was insanely excited to start up and even boot up Forza Horizon 4. As y'all know, I am going to be new to this entire franchise. Now, we all do know I played Forza Horizon 5, but I was like, you know what? Let me boot up Forza Horizon 4 and see why I've seen so many memes about the McLaren Senna basically everywhere. Like, what is with that car in Forza Horizon 4? Make fun of me if you guys want, but obviously I've never played this game. And my goodness, guys, like just looking at the beginning part of this game, dude, like even the part where it was showing different seasons and stuff like that, it shows the McLaren Senna basically driving into the screen, and that's when the game will end up starting for you. Like, I don't know, man, like it kind of hit me, and I was playing this game, and I'm like, bro, I can kind of already see it. And one thing I noticed right off the bat with this intro is the map. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I have not actually drove around the map yet because I've only played maybe 15 minutes of the game so far to get through the intro part of it. But dude, the coloring of the map with the orange trees and just the background and the feeling the map gives you, dude, it's honestly kind of insane. Like, I was a bit mind blown, and also how good this game looks, man. Like, I do understand Forza Horizon 4 is a little bit older, but playing this game on the Xbox One, dude, like, it really does look so great. I gotta give credit where it's due. They really know how to optimize the game, bro. But cruising down the road in the Senna, dude, like, it just I started to be like, okay, well, now I understand why so many people loved the older Forzas and stuff like that, or what they loved about them. And then right after that, it goes, here's the winter. I'm like, the what? You can see the entire map is basically winter now. Like, there's seasons in this, man. And again, make fun of me if you want, bro, but this is my first time on the game, so I'm also trying to figure everything out here, obviously. But I then transitioned me to a trophy truck, and I was like, dude, this is right at home for me right in the beginning, dude. Like, you're racing on like an ice area with snow coming down the atmosphere, with the snow coming down with the trees, and you actually see the tracks in the snow and all. It was so cool, dude. And I do know a lot of games also, like at least racing wise, I feel like a lot of them don't actually have snow, or at least if they did, they don't have a lot of it. So this was really cool to see. I'm excited to see how it does change, and how that actually works in the game. Again, I don't know how any of it works, as I do understand I'm very late into the game, but dude, it looks absolutely amazing cruising down the map in snow in a trophy truck, dude. Like, what? But it gets even crazier. So I was like, okay, so that's kind of cool, the snow. I then jump off of it and immediately spawn over to the next part, which is then the spring. You can see the really nice trees and all that are now full green. They're not autumn anymore and stuff like that. You're then in a rally car, literally racing against dirt bikes. I'm like, okay, I kind of see that from 5 a little bit from that one race. And I was like, all right, this is pretty dope. Let's see how the rallycross car drives, or the rally car. Yeah, I mix them up because of dirt. But either way, when I was racing down this, dude, the green forest and just the coloring of this map, dude, am I the only person that would literally get hypnotized looking at this, or just go, wow? Like, in a way, guys, this might actually sound kind of dumb, but I was playing through the beginning of Forza, and again, I'm literally like 15 minutes into the game, and I'm like, man, I kind of wish I would have played this in the past a little bit, or maybe, probably had an Xbox. I never really had an Xbox ever. In fact, guys, the Xbox One I have now is the first Xbox I've ever had, so I'm like, you know what? I kind of need to go back and play the old Forza Horizon games. And yes, I probably could have tried to get them on PC, but I saw the prices of some of them on PC, and I'm like, yeah, no. I did end up finding actual disc copies of them. I'm like, let me do it this way. Let me get an Xbox One. I'm also planning on getting a Series X in the future. That way I can play Forza Horizon 6 when it launches, and, obviously cover that and stuff. But I'm like, you know what? Let me go start with Forza Horizon 4. As y'all know, I did end up covering 5, and I did end up saying a long time ago that I really am planning on going through the old Forzas, and now we are pretty much starting that here in the 4th one. I am definitely planning on playing through the entire game and stuff like that, guys, and having tons of videos on every single Forza, so definitely stay tuned for that, dude. But look, when I was going through this intro, the next part that kind of surprised me was we are now in summer. I was like, okay, so we're in summertime, and of course you go back into the Senna after that cutscene, and you have to race over to the festival. One thing that kind of shocked me, and again, people can make fun of me if you guys want, I'm open to it at this point. The fact that I was in first-person view in the Senna, and you can literally see the mirrors working, and again, this game came out, what, like 6, 7 years ago? Something like that? I don't know. Came out like 2 years before, the other Forza, or was it 21? Either way, the mirrors in the game work, okay? And this is on the Xbox One, dude, which is pretty insane. You all know how newer games, like, how Motorfest doesn't have the mirrors and all that on PS4, which I know how the engine is, and there's different things in optimization. All that stuff plays a role, which is, fairly, yeah, I understand that stuff. But I was just like, okay, so the mirrors work. The sense of speed in the game already looks amazing. I love the atmosphere of how this map looks. The hilly areas, the grass, the fields. You also see like the balloons in the air. I'm racing past a Ferrari, a Bugatti. I'm like, all right, this is pretty crazy. What else will I end up finding in this game after I've only been at this part of the entire intro, dude? And then you pretty much come over there. You have to pick your character and stuff like that. And then you could pick your starting vehicle. Which, honestly, my starting vehicle in this game, dude, is something I probably have never done. I ended up going with the Charger RT, guys. So, again, stay tuned for more videos. I'm excited to see how I do end up picking the Charger. I was like, I don't want the Focus. Let me get the old Charger. That thing's looking mad clean. But you know what's funny though, guys? I could easily keep rambling on about this intro, man, but I instantly got hooked to it, literally playing the first 10 minutes of this game. Like, I'm already looking at the map going, wow, this is so dope. I really like the atmosphere and the feeling, and honestly, I can't wait to dive deeper into Forza Horizon 4. And also, 3 to 1 as well.